All right, the third Star Trek movie of the rebooted franchise started production yesterday near Vancouver, Canada. Fast and the Furious 6 director Justin Lin has taken over the franchise from JJ Abrams, with Simon Pegg and Jung penning the script. Rumors are that this movie will be titled Star Trek Beyond, as Paramount has registered the name with the MPAA, and Simon Pegg mentioned the title in a blog post, though Paramount has yet to confirm it. This next installment in the franchise opens on July 8th, 2016. Dennis, what do you think about the new Star Trek movie starting production?
I say finally, because there's been so much drama, like ever since JJ Abrams left the franchise to do Star Wars. You had Roberto Orci, who was a screenwriter on the other two movies, taking over to write and direct it. Then he ends up leaving. Then they get Simon Pegg and this other writer to write the script with him. They get Justin Lin to finally direct. Then there's this whole kind of issues with the cast and them wanting raises, because I guess Chris Pine, for the first movie, he made around like $600,000. The second one, he made $1.5 million. And so all the cast is, for the third one, they want more. But then Paramount, on the other hand, thinks Star Trek needs to be a bigger franchise than it is, even though like it made like I think $300-something million. They want it to be like some sort of like Transformers multi-billion-dollar franchise. So I don't know, Christian, what do you think?
I mean, as far as the production goes, it makes sense. Paramount, this is one of their biggest franchises, like you said, with Transformers, and they have this. So if they said the release date is July 2016, it makes sense that it usually goes into production about a year beforehand. So yeah, it makes sense that this is happening. Like you said, it's just we've heard so much about it, and who's writing the script, who's directing it, what the title is, and it's like, well, is this thing real? It's real. Now, as far as if it's going to them going super big, remember that one note was that it was too Star Trek-y, kind of going what you were saying there. That's ridiculous, and you're going to alienate fans. By doing that, because I think what you're going to start to do is you think people were pissed, Star Trek fans were pissed off the first time when it wasn't true to Star Trek. You start making it really non-Star Trek-y, you're going to lose your core. So as far as that stuff goes, keep it as it was. But I buy, it's going into production.
Well, we don't know what that script looked like, though, because the first two films in this Star Trek reboot haven't been as Star Trek-y as the previous ones, and so maybe this one was going way back to the beginning, and they're like, oh, we still want to keep the tone of the first two, what JJ Abrams did. Justin Lin as a director is what's exciting me about this project. The fact that he's behind the camera, I like that guy's style. You're right. If it's coming out July 8, 2016, that's a huge tentpole film. That's a movie that Paramount expects to be one of the biggest movies of the year, so you hope it's going to be good. The title Star Trek Beyond sounds like they're getting back to what Star Trek is all about, that they're going to go explore something else. It's going to be exciting. Who's the villain going to be? We don't know. So there's more questions than answers right now, which is generally what you get when you started shooting the movie yesterday. So I'm excited it's happening. I like the Star Trek reboot so far, so let's do this.
I'm excited for it as well, but then with the hiring of Justin Lin to take over, I feel like that's kind of a signal of, yes, we're moving it maybe even more towards the non-Star Trek
commercial.
Yeah, like, he's known for his over-the-top Fast and the Furious franchise, and if that's what they want him to bring to this franchise, then I think hardcore Star Trek fans, kind of are warranted in their worry for it.
I agree with you. I think because if you and now Justin Lin might be a huge Star Trek fan. We don't know, and if he is, maybe it does have that perfect blend between the commercial and Star Trek. But I tend to agree with you. I think that because if they made this choice with Justin Lin, it's going to get summer popcorn action flicky, which is going to make a lot of people nervous.